Everybody, and welcome back to Valpo Esports here on Twitch. My name's George. I'm going to be your host and only commentator for tonight due to the reschedule of Valparaiso University's League of Legends team versus Northern Illinois University, the Huskies. Uh, League of Legends NECC, a very important game for Valpo to keep their playoffs hopes alive. They need to make sure they win this one. They can win either 2-0 or 2-1. Both still allow them a path into the playoffs, but they have to come out on top of this one. We're going to take a quick look here at the League of Legends roster for this season. We've got the Law in the top lane, Super Bear in the jungle, Jakimbo mid lane, Diadem ADC, and Yovana playing support. Nothing new there. Just waiting for the drafts to come online here. It is fearless, which means once a character is played, it is no longer going to be viable for either team to use. We have everyone in the lobby, I believe, so just waiting on the draft to start. Valpo Esports will start on the blue side, which means they do get the first ban and the first pick of character going into this game. I haven't seen any information on ready for draft yet, but both sides are there. Everyone is in the lobby, I think, or well, we're ready to draft. Hopefully, very soon here. That will kick off for us. Looking forward a little bit ahead at the rest of the week. Oh, actually, we'll talk about that while we get into or once we get into this here on the draft. That has just started. We haven't missed anything. Don't think you missed anything. Valpo banning, as you can see along the bottom side of the screen. Valpo's the blue side, so the left side of your screen. NIU the right. Valpo choosing to ban Ashe with their first ban here. Both teams will get 3, and then we'll go into character picks. I assume NIU takes away like the Talia away from Jakimbo, and look at that. I've kind of got this down. They're targeting the NIU ADC out of Valpo. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of support ban now. Yovana usually gets targeted. This is when we see the Lulu get banned, typically. Not surprised with the Talia. Might not be surprised to see them just ban 3 mid laners. Jakimbo, definitely one of the best players. So if you get him on something that's not going to be as easy to carry or have as much impact on, that is great. Yeah, they'll take away the Syndra as well in the mid lane, and then we'll see. They're not going to go with another ADC. They'll go with a character that could play a few different roles, top, jungle, and support with the Poppy, and then see if they finish it out over here. At the moment, what I'm seeing is they've left Super Bear's not Jax. I always make that mistake. Zach open. They're banning Twitch, which we haven't seen Diadem play all year. First pick for Valpo. Would not be shocked to see that Jax locked in here. Gonna actually go with the Lulu. So I don't know if Yovana's got to play Lulu. It might have been banned in every single game up until this point, realistically. But we're gonna go support first pick, which usually support has the least amount of priority, I feel. If you're watching, professional stuff, support's usually in here in like pick 4, pick 5. I am, you never see it happen here, but obviously draft pools and stuff a little different at the collegiate level. This means NIU will get back-to-back picks though. Snake draft for League of Legends. They'll take Jarvan in the jungle and then possibly an ADC, just because they've already lost 2 of them. Or they might now pick a support just because the support's already been chosen. You know what kind of support you're going into. You can imagine what ADCs you get paired with Lulu, being an enchantress. So NIU waiting till the very last second here might actually not get picked. It'll be Tristana, so their ADC will actually get locked in here, and that allows Valpo to probably now pick the rest of the bot lane. Some things we've seen Diadem play this year, the Zeri. Actually, I believe click over here, 2 ADCs. We've seen him play the Zeri this year. We've seen the Yunara. I think we see him on Varus as well. Kog'Maw. but it will just be Wukong going to match the jungler pick here. So going into Wukong, possibly the I heard League of Legends ding, so maybe that's not the pick. I will confirm that for you in a minute here. Um, but Valpo, like I said earlier, Snake Draft gets two back to back here in this. So they will go Zeri bot lane. That's kind of something we imagined. Bot lane duo of Zeri Lulu, Tristana something. Um, wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of engaged support out of NIU, being able to pull someone in off of like I don't know Thresh, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, kind of get on top of someone, get that bomb down to stack damage with Tristana. Both junglers already locked up though. Not really any counter pick ability here yet. I mean, will be Nami, so some knock up there. Hopefully, maybe onto Zeri. Gonna be a bit of a more difficult character to catch, I think. But now we're back into the ban phases. NIU will get two more bans as well as Valpo. They'll get to go first here. They've already knocked two mid laners off the board. No reason to take any more ADCs. You're just looking to ban mids and top laners at this point. So Jakimbo's pool of champions might be a little limited here in game one, and that is a champion that can be flexed both into the mid and top. So I think that's a good decision to ban the Aurora, not let it be an option and keep it out so you kind of have a better idea on what Valpo's picking. See, now Valpo gets the ban. They will ban Orianna, it appears. Azir still on the board, though, so I wonder if someone's going to actually end up playing Azir. They will just ban Kled as well, top lane. I don't know about the Law's top lane pool that much, but we have not seen Kled all year. Galio and Azir both open in the mid lane. Valpo doesn't really have any tank at the moment. Wukong definitely not that strong tank-wise. They'll ban Malphite out of the top lane. NIU gets one pick here. It'll go, then Valpo will get two. So they have to pick their top or mid. One will get countered, in theory. Could be, I guess. They don't have to. But, I don't even know where you go. I guess you... Cho'Gath, there's going to tank into the top lane. Unless it's some crazy Cho'Gath jungle. I guess Cho'Gath could go mid. Probably not going to see that. You know, wouldn't be upset to see. No, I got some ideas here, but I don't know how I feel about them. Personally, I'm just a Galio fan. You also kind of still need someone tanky, possibly. If this game goes very long, Cho'Gath's gonna be hard to kill. It always ends up that way, and they're gonna play Xerath, and Xerath will be Jakimbo in the mid lane. I guess they get a counter at the top as well. Here with this last one, but it's Cho'Gath, and at the moment, I feel like overall not much stuff. So I don't know if they're gonna go for some kind of range here and just try to poke out the Cho'Gath and just make it so hard for him to get in, or what the goal is here. Khan can kind of go in and do a knock up. Yeah, and there's the Mundo, a tank in the top lane. I like that. And then it's just the mid laner of NIU, seeing what they want to go with here. Going into Xerath, you've already got your tank. You kind of got your engage there from Jarvan. Tristana's pretty good at going in. And it's going to be Rek'Sai, which is really interesting. And that makes me suddenly question if Cho'Gath is the mid laner. I think it's in your best interest to probably throw Xerath wherever that ends up here. And we'll check and see if the Wukong pick was the right thing here. Oh, no. So that is a correct draft. Sometimes I know the wrong character kind of gets chosen or something on accident sometimes, but that appears to be correct for this one. So everyone's ready, and we are now loading in, which means we have a very long period until this one will start up. So we're going to go to be right back, and then in about 3 minutes, give or take, we will be back live. Actually, probably more like 4 minutes. We will be back live with the gameplay for you, get you into this one. And just a quick update before that starts. Rek'Sai is actually the top laner, so it will be Cho'Gath mid, which is pretty interesting, to say the least. I've been seeing a lot of Rek'Sai recently in the professional stuff. Wonder if, Xerath being ranged could probably make it a tough lane for Cho'Gath here. The issue is probably just not letting the game get so far that Cho'Gath can really get online, but Dr. Mundo can kind of place himself between or get onto the back line and be a bit of a harassment as the tank as well. They should be fine. Looking forward, though, before we cut away, at the rest of the week. Tuesday, we have Smash Bros. Starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. again for Rocket League. Off Thursday, and then Friday we are back with Valorant, which has been a while. That one's going to start at 5 p.m. A little early. Still to be determined on if we'll be doing any Overwatch after that. We might hop into some Overwatch, just depending on what the time looks like and help-wise. But now we're going to hit that 3-minute loading window, so we will be right back, and we will get into the action in a couple minutes when we're through that Spectre delay. Don't go anywhere. All right. Well, we accidentally may have missed a slight invade. I feel like the audio is really low. I apologize. It is kind of low. Slight invade there. Rek'Sai lost Flash. So did Lulu. So a trade of flashes and not much gained. Valpo does have vision on the Raptors for Jarvan. Uh-oh, I rolled over my cord. Hopefully that did not freak the audio out. But yeah, didn't miss too much there. Just that little small interaction with an invade attempt out of NIU. They didn't really get much out of it. I mean, they traded a flash for a flash, so 100% even in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, oh yeah, we already talked about Rek'Sai being the top laner and Cho'Gath being in the mid lane. It'll be interesting to see if Jakimbo can kind of play this ranged advantage. We'll get knocked up there, and Cho'Gath's going to be able to push him off slightly, but I mean, it's going to be real hard to do anything being at such a range disadvantage. I mean, I think Rek'Sai probably early on. Dr. Mundo's usually not the strongest of characters early into games, so probably see everything's opening on our second monitor. I might have got moved over here. Bot lane, CS actually across the board pretty even, but Jarvan is behind on Wukong. Actually, Jarvan's invading. Super Bear's kind of got him trapped here. The bot lane duo can turn around and help. Maybe Xerath, Cho'Gath has him zoned. So it's all just going to be a fight, flash for flash. Jarvan's going to just be able to go over the wall. No, Super Bear's kind of caught out. It will be a 1-for-1 trade. I don't... Actually, Cho'Gath's going to fall. Xerath's going to fight too. No one on Valpo's fallen yet. There's the Tristana flash. She gets the bomb onto Xerath, but I don't think she could do enough. Wow. Somehow Jakimbo and Super Bear turned that into a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Valpo. That is insane. I thought that was 100% 1-for-1. They were out, but I mean, yeah, where could Cho'Gath go? I mean, even if he did get that, I guess the longer you think about it here, Zeri goes over the wall. Good trades here with Tristana. I'm not sure that he has enough health to be walking up like this, even with Lulu's ability. I guess they're just hoping for barriers traded here. Very low. Lulu can't get on top through the wall, and they'll find it. Valpo already with 3 eliminations and that feat claimed. That is some crazy work already. Having 3 eliminations at 4 minutes. I mean, it's basically been 1 per minute here so far in this game. Everything, I think, is gone in the bot lane. Actually, Zeri held on to Flash during that. Jakimbo, though, going to get caught out. Actually, he uses Flash to get away. They're not going to attempt to go under tower. Now they know where Jarvan is. And Nami is not back, so might be some prio, some ability to get some free farm here for the bot lane or push Tristana back at the very least. Oh yeah, flashing under tower might get the kill. No, just doesn't even find the kill. I think the tower finished the job there. So that's already 3-0 Xerath at 5 minutes. It is just going to be a nightmare here. Let's take a look at gold. I mean, wow, he's backing right now. Is that an item? No, that shouldn't be an item, but I'll actually buy a potion. something you do not see very often. First Drake has spawn. It's going to be Infernal Soul. Wukong waiting in the bush here. Not level 6 on Cho'Gath, so could be eaten. Cho'Gath's going to have to run because he doesn't know where the rest of Valpo is. And he can probably 1v1 duel here if he gets a stun on the Wukong. It's going to be rough. Tristana jumping in. Bubble lands on Diadem. Possibly the ultimate. No. They don't have Tidal Wave. They look away. Jarvan, though, just getting bullied out of his own jungle here. Ultimate gonna get popped by Xerath. Knock up, not in time from Cho'Gath to save his jungler. And I mean, Valpo is already up 5-0 in this one. It is snowballing fast. I mean, the not only the 4 eliminations here from Xerath, that money, but he's up in farm on the matchup because it's ranged into melee. I mean, it is just rough at the moment. I mean, they're still trying to fight for this dragon. They silence Xerath. He might just end up low enough that Cho'Gath can eat him. But I mean, that's pretty much a back for him. Super Bear will also fall. Valpo needs to be careful they don't fully throw here and hand 4 eliminations back in this fight over Drake. Still got a substantial, about a 1k gold lead. Xerath will have item now, so Cho'Gath's laning phase is coming to a bit of an end, I think. Cho'Gath's purchased Dark Seal. Sell the Dark Seal, Cho'Gath. Sell the Dark Seal. Dr. Mundo and Rek'Sai going pretty much even here in the top lane. Does have vision. Gonna actually proxy the wave, possibly. Wukong's in the area, though, so this could not pay off. They're not gonna be able to get rid of the tunnel. And Wukong's not gonna really be able to. The nature of Rek'Sai, just able to do as they please sometimes. But all in all, pretty good start for Valpo. Only issue there is they stayed over a little bit there and tried to fight the dragon when they were kind of in positions where they probably needed the back. Gonna get the grubs though, I think. Jarvan in the bot side. Valpo needs to be careful. Jarvan's in the area. Bubble will miss out of Nami. They do have picks. They actually have vision in both bushes, so need to just back up. Wait, the wave won't be in the area for a dive for a minute here. So Cho'Gath's actually coming down. They might look to get on this, but he's losing. Jarvan's losing his top side camps right now to Wukong. Super Bear is having a great game impact-wise so far, and Jarvan, Cho'Gath, both mid. That means not only are Krugs gone, but your buff is now getting taken by Super Bear. Xerath ult. I mean, 1 HP, one has to land, and it will. Cho'Gath does get the stun. Super Bear's here, has the knock-up, and that's going to be a double kill again for Jakimbo. I mean, Super Bear and him have been a dynamic duo so far. Rek'Sai still proxying the wave, but I mean, it's becoming very rough here. It's 6 eliminations already onto that Xerath in mid. They're going to need to look to help with that bleeding, I think, if they are going to stay in this game, because Xerath is super online compared to everyone else. I mean, Cho'Gath, I don't think is anyone else in the game on an item, a full item? No, not really. So Xerath's kind of in a league of his own at the moment. Cho'Gath's in the jungle here of Valpo. Wukong in the area as well. They need to be careful. Wukong should have vision now on to Cho'Gath. Possibly looking for a dive under the tower. Good polymorph out of Zeri. Tidal Wave comes in. Ult lands for Zeri. Xerath's here as well now. I'm not sure if they'll have enough damage. The stun doesn't hit. I don't really think NIU could turn on this. Yeah, I mean, holy, the Q out of Xerath is just melting right now. And that is another one. 7 already for Jakimbo. I mean, this has been a nightmare if you are NIU. They are still trying to fight under the tower. Here comes the ult from Xerath. Stana probably can get away. Jarvan's still here though. TP as well coming in from Cho'Gath. Good ultimate from Yovana, but they need to back up still. The Jarvan ult's ready. They both can get out of it. I'm not sure if Diadem can find one and then get out. I think they'll both fall in the bot lane. One goes to Cho'Gath. Diadem actually will find a second, gets silenced and will die there, but Cho'Gath's losing a lot of his tower here. Does find 2 back, but unfortunately his laner's the one that's fed. Diadem though tacking on 2 for himself, and Valpo still with a pretty commanding 3.5 gold lead, 3,500 gold lead, excuse me. In this game, so even though the bot lane maybe overextended a little bit, stayed a little too long, not really sure it's too big of an issue, to be honest. Like, they are going to actually catch out Rek'Sai here. Xerath will find one, does not have ultimate up and ready, so not going to be able to wail on the Jarvan under tower. Cho'Gath, though, in the jungle of Valpo. I'm not sure if they know that. He's backing, it appears. And Mundo's getting some free time with this tower, especially since Rek'Sai was off in no man's land. Take a look at the health. Yeah, it is almost down. I think he can just finish this off. No one has... Rek'Sai has TP, but is up in 6 seconds, so... No, he actually won't finish this one, but I mean... He's got all the turret plating out of it. I mean... So much wave lost as well out of Rek'Sai. Well, has a bit of an advantage here in the beginning on a Mundo. Fights happening in both lanes. Tidal Wave there on the Super Bear. Will take a tower shot, so he's going to have to flash and get out. But giving his bot lane all of the priority right now. They will find a Lulu, but Dr. Mundo is going to take that first tower away. Xerath ult's raining down. Tristana very low. Oh, the predict off the W is not going to land. Has one more shot. Not going to find it. And Diadem, I think, kind of just dove in there without really any help or much of a plan, unfortunately. 12-6 eliminations. Valpo, though, still with about a 4,000 gold lead. So nothing too dire yet at this point.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Then tier 1 in mid and bot lane, both, or top lane, I apologize, both going down there. Second, we'll get that bar out of your way. Not turn on when there's... Have a clean overlay for you that loads in here. sides are right, but the names are a little long, so. There we go. That looks a little more like what we're used to seeing here. Things back how it should be. And then I remember the timers aren't on. Jakimbo though, just wailing on Cho'Gath, and I mean he can just kind of sit here and wait. Doesn't have ultimate yet. I don't know if he'll choose to use it here. Might get used with Super Bear, charging up that Q. Hopefully it lands on Cho'Gath. We're not going to see because the Law is fighting here. Going to get double teamed though. Needs to be very careful. Has ultimate, also has Ghost. We'll pop ult, but I mean, we're going to see Cho'Gath die, and I think he can just run away here. Jarvan doesn't have ult yet. It doesn't look like it. His resolution's terrible. He might have it. Top left corner might just be that color on our beautiful Samsung TV we use. But Rift Herald's going to go down in the bot lane after that tier 1 falls as well. So, going to be some more here. Here's some fighting. Super Bear, though, here with the knockup. Going to be great for Xerath. Round 2 of the knockup will find the Nami. Tristana could get out, but that should be this tier 2 in the mid lane, especially with Mundo. He will melt through this thing. The Rift Herald wailing on that tower in the bot lane. They will get Super Bear. I think he'll fall just because he's not got his ability to go over the wall with this little clone dash thing. But that's tier 2 in the bot taken by Valpo. Tier 2 in the mid lane, very low. Next Drake up in 40 seconds, though, without a jungler. He will respawn with 20 to go. Flash out of Rek'Sai, lands on Diadem. I'm not sure he could get out. Yeah, the ultimate will land. Now, Valpo needs to be careful. You know, they do have a nice lead in this game, but that doesn't mean it's unthrowable. Especially if they let the objectives start to pile up in NIU's favor. That is when this one gets a little dangerous. Vision definitely going to be in red side's favor. Super Bear finds Cho'Gath in the jungle, so probably look to wait and take the blast cone out, possibly. I'm not even sure if Valpo's going to try to fight for this dragon. We did see Super Bear go over the wall and steal one. Mundo's here, though, so actually take the Hex Tech and go out. Rek'Sai will go over the wall. Super Bear might just try to dash over. Last second is in there. Drake does go to Super Bear, and he has ult to knock up. I don't think he can get out of this one, though. He does have Flash. They're actually just going to look to turn and fight this. Tristana jumps out, but everyone's trapped in there with Mundo. Rek'Sai will get out, but 3 are going to fall for, actually 4, 5? Can Rek'Sai get onto Xerath here? No, he's not going to be able to. Charging up the Q. It will miss. Should have W and E ready. Will stun. Will land the Q. And that tower shot's going to do it. Oh, the tower shot doesn't do it. The Q will, though. Not able to get anywhere. That's a full ace out of Valpo. Steal the dragon, get the full ace. A lot of summoners dumped on the side of Northern Illinois. They do use the tidal wave, it appears, and the Tristana ultimate as well. Ami, first character back up. Here comes everybody else. Jarvan's up there in the top side, jungle. But these turrets are just going to fall fast. We'll dive in, flash out of... I don't even know who flashed there. I guess Lulu. Whoops. That was a NIU player. So double kill for Cho'Gath. I guess your hope now is Cho'Gath gets big enough to there just not be enough damage out of Valpo, but I'm not sure that's going to be the case with Zeri having 4 eliminations and 4 assists. And not be down CS. Good stun there onto Jarvan. Jakimbo will just get another, and I think Rek'Sai can win this fight against Mundo. Here comes the Xerath ultimate. We'll land one onto Nami. We'll land the second as well. We just gonna see him aura farm there. It's always funny why we aren't watching where the bullets are going, even if they're missing. But yeah, Baron up in 4 minutes. Next Drake in 3 minutes. So not a lot going on at this point in time. Actually, Otacon's alive, and Valpo is starting, and Jarvan's going topside, so no vision here for NIU. This should be a free Otacon over to Valparaiso. Dr. Mundo looking to protect this tower. Rek'Sai will take a tower shot, and the Q will land. They should just melt. Yeah, everyone will. I say everyone. Dr. Mundo and Zerath will collapse on that. And Tristana here, possibly caught out by Super Bear, will get the ult off, but the flash is still ready. Tidal wave from downtown lands, but it's way too late. Cho'Gath on his way over. They need to be careful. Jarvan getting pushed away. I don't think Cho'Gath could take the 3v1 with Super Bear in the area. They're just going to have to back up if Alpo is just going to continue to push these waves in. Q does land for the slow out of Dr. Mundo. Good discipline to not chase into that bubble out of Nami and turn around and take the inhibitor there and let Zerath do some poking and hit the turret in the base for the bot lane, the first turret, and take this other inhibitor and back up while everyone has respawn. Drake is up in a minute 40. Not exactly the best time to die and give up vision. Maybe a little bit of a turn here. Super Bear's in the area. Doesn't have ult though. Might be a bit of an overstay. Doesn't have flash either. Has no way out of this. They're just going to have to fight. Zerath's here. Does have ult. Can start wailing down on everybody. 3 down on the side of NIU. Nami's the only player remaining very low on HP. Flash out of Diadem will finish it off. And that will be game number 1 going over to Valparaiso. Pretty dominant fashion as well. I mean, 52,000 gold to 35.7 and 29 to 11 in eliminations. Great performance out of Jakimbo in the mid lane. I mean, not much more you could ask for out of your, your star player there. Ended with 31,000 eliminations. Jeez, that would no, 31,000 damage in game number 1. So now we wait for game number 2 draft. That was a great showing out of Valpo. Let's get that pulled up for you so we don't miss it. Should hope. Draft 2. They have to wait. I'm not sure who will be taking what side for that, but I mean, just a great showing out of Valpo. Good out of me getting the overlay up and running for you. But yeah, we'll take a look here at our little maps page, even though well, I blundered that too. That it matters. Every map on this game is the same. It's Summoner's Rift, as always. It says to be announced. But Valpo does win that first game. Best of 3 in the NECC. We are in division number 3. NIU is in the draft, so just waiting for Valpo. NIU got to choose side for game number 1. They chose red side. Loser chooses side in 2, and they decide to go red again for the draft. So they'll be the second and third pick. Valparaiso gets first pick, and nothing different there. So they're ready to get back into it. So we're just waiting for Valpo to join up on the draft and this one to get started. Remember, I should, does this, I can maybe I could turn. I don't know how to show you what has been picked and what cannot be picked. Possibly a player swap for Valpo here in game number 2. Into the top lane. I'd have to imagine if that does come through. Seen 1 or 2 games out of Sweet Tea this year. Their substitute top laner. Usually when the games are going pretty well, Sweet Tea will come in for the Law in the top lane and get some games in. Just waiting for Brazo to start it. Draft, that is. Possibly. Um, Thank you for the shirt compliments. I appreciate it. Um, is oh side. This is a sticker in sewn on, embroidered. Which sucks because it'll eventually probably wash off. But we're over into the draft here. Blue side gets to ban first. It's Valpo again. Gonna see Ash. Usually see kind of the same bans. I assume they take away the Talia and they do not let him play. They do not let Jakimbo play any of his champs. I assume we see more mid lane bans here in game number 2 after that performance. Yeah, Talia getting chosen. Yep. Same first 2 bans out of Valpo, Ash and Davaris. See what comes next for NIU. Apparently teams have been making the right decision in banning Lulu. Yovana had a great game there in the bot lane with Diadem, Syndra again, so identical through 2 for both teams. We'll see if the third are the same as well. And Poppy out of Valpo, so all 3 the same for Valpo and all 3 the same actually for NIU. They're going to ban away the Twitch. Not let Diadem have that in the bot lane. So, first pick goes to the blue side, which is Valpo here in game number 1. They're going to first pick support again. Give it to Seraphine. I mean, with the performance that Yovana had on Lulu in that last one, I don't see why you even go away from that game plan. I mean, it worked out just fine. Stake draft here has NIU picking second and third. They're going to go with the ADC. What the... I don't even know what to say for that. It's Jin Misfortune. Both are ADCs. Some weird combination going over on the side of NIU. Looks like Senna Seraphine will be the bot lane out of Valpo. Third pick for Valpo. Take jungle, mid. I'd love to see a Zac game. Yep, there it is. Super Bear on Zac. Patented. He is the Super Bear player, and yes, we will be streaming Valorant on Friday. Should be. As long as nothing changes, it's gonna be Skarner. I mean, I would assume that's a jungle Skarner, but no, who knows? They've got Jin Misfortune here. They're gonna ban Kled off, Malphite off. Bans might look identical to game number 1. Can't remember what the last ban was from NIU. I'm sure I'll get reminded here. I think it was, oh yeah, it was the flex pick of Aurora. And then banned away here. I mean, you're kind of thrown off, I guess, because Jin Misfortune, who knows, one of them, I don't know, one of them the support? They're building double damage maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe top laner. I guess the mid Cho'Gath wasn't exactly conventional. So I don't even know what you ban here out of Valpo. And it appears they banned nothing. So that'll probably get typed in chat on what got banned there. Ban nothing because at this point, what do you even ban with Fortune up there? Jin Misfortune Skarner. What a cursed composition. Ari's going to be locked in for NIU. I would assume that's mid lane Ari. Who knows? Maybe it's support Ari. I have no idea on what's happening at this point. Kassadin getting locked in possibly here in the mid lane of Valpo. That'll be interesting to see. Yeah, gonna see Jakimbo on Kassadin. This draft has just become come I don't even know how to describe it. They're just like doing random champs jacks in the top lane. Um I'd love to see what's being what goes where here for NIU because I just can't even really make out what I'm looking at. Theory, you'd think one of Jin and Misfortune, I guess, has to be your ADC. Ari, you would think is your mid laner, Kale top, and Skarner jungle, but that means one of Jin or Misfortune is your support, and I don't know which one I'd rather have as support. But hey, that's gonna be the game 2 draft. See if we get to game number 3. Sweet Tea is subbing in the top lane. Yeah, well, that's quite the picks. Now they just have to ready up, and we're gonna play this one. It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for the Jakimbo Kassadin. Oh, Sweet Tea on Jax in the top lane, which will also be interesting because I think we've only seen Sweet Tea have Aurelia games. So it'll be interesting to see how they play Jax and handle that one. One side's ready game, waiting for the other, and then we'll be into this one. Then of course it's the little delay. You got a couple minutes of waiting here while they pick their characters. I can actually see here it's gonna be Jin ADC apparently. Misfortune support. They'll actually even build any support items, or if they'll just go double damage and try to make Valpo explode. Ari's mid, Skarner jungle, Kale top. So we were correct. One of those two was playing support. They're just locking in now, so we're gonna cut to a short little break for a couple of minutes. Let the delay catch up on League of Legends, then we'll get you the start of game number 2. We are back for map 2, and it looks like NIU is going for a full 5-man flank here again. And this Fortune support, they actually do have support items, so looking to possibly catch out the new top laner that Valpo has subbed in, but he's in the pixel brush, so not sure they'll find what they're looking for. Last time it went flash for flash. Valpo, though, gaining vision along the boss side. The way they're laid out, they're definitely aware something could be happening. It is actually going to be Ari top? Ari's just walking away. Yeah. So the order does appear to be right. in the list at least. I'm not going to have to do any rearranging, which is always beneficial. Really interested to see the Kassadin though. Of Jakimbo, because that is definitely a character that is not played often. I'm also curious how this support Misfortune is going to work. No real abilities at all that help. They're also leashing the Skarner. Isn't something you do anymore as far as I'm aware. So giving Valpo some priority on the wave. Ari can kind of zone off the Kassadin from the wave, so that'll be a little rough. Sweet Tea, though, gonna get on top of Kale here. Will get the knock up. Gonna wisely back up, though. Some back and forth. Yeah, there's just not... E is really the only tool that Misfortune's gonna have that can help the gen, right? I guess you are looking to E possibly, and then that can be what procs the damage. It's pretty easy to land your E with Misfortune. Get Jin's W to land and count to root. I guess maybe there's more damage there than a traditional support if you get the root off, but there's no real help, I feel. Ultimate, nothing. Possibly looking to do full damage. A good sidestep out Diadem there to avoid the Jin W. Yeah, I don't know. Just maybe trades back and forth and hoping they do more damage at this point. Like once all the abilities and ultimates aren't locked, the Valpo bot lane should have a pretty solid advantage. Got out by the Misfortune ultimate here. Jax though, getting ganked, not really going to be anything happen. CC there. Ari. Got Kassadin pushed under tower. We'll be able to get the farm. Kassadin did buy Darkseal to start this. CS, besides the bot lane, I guess the top lane's a little uneven as well. You expect that, or mid lane, my apologies, not the bot lane. Mid lane, but you kind of expect that. Skarner's still in the top side. Jax does have flash at this point. Probably just gonna look to back. Jax here. Gonna bait him in. We'll grab one. We'll be able to grab a minion and pull in the Misfortune. Flash does get popped, and they're just gonna back up because they cannot catch up. Good decision. Skarner has been spotted as well, so Jax is just gonna look for Zach. Jax in the top lane. Zach's just gonna look to get on this crab. Will actually use the crab to knock up Skarner. Does smite it. Needs to get out of here though. I'm not sure he has anything. Will get grabbed and charmed. Kassadin's in the area, but I think Zach is dead. This is going to be the first elimination over to Ari on the side of Northern Illinois. So, a better start already here. Maybe there's just something I don't know because I don't ever see Kassadin. Good stun here. Oh, Kale still had flash. Whoops. That's going to be a root. This might actually be an elimination in the bot lane now. Seraphine able to get a lot of healing done. With heal, I guess. Yeah. Whole spell designed for it. Bot lane duo doing some good farming, keeping the lead there. TP though out of Kale to get back, but that wave has crashed under the tower. Jax is gonna have some good back here. Hopefully not miss out on much. Kassadin's gonna die under tower though. It's not going to ramp up. Ari will use flash. He does save onto his, but that is 2 eliminations already onto the Ari. I don't have probably as much ball knowledge as I should here, and I'm not sure how this Kassadin matchup's going to work in favor of Kassadin into Ari. Chatter can enlighten me on. Struggled to farm. He's gonna ranged off the whole time. First Drake is up. It's an Infernal again. Garner though getting either Zach. Jeez. has taken anything down here. Possibly a dive onto the bot tower. They are in the area. They know that Skarner's here. He will stun Super Bear and get rooted. I don't think there's enough damage to get him out. Now, Cassidon's here though. Use TP. This should be at least one for Valpo. Yeah, they'll find Skarner. I don't think Jin can get out. This is what I was talking about. There's nothing really usable out of the Misfortune. They'll find one back on to Super Bear, but should be fine. Ari pops the ult. I just don't think she can get on to anyone to do much. We'll land the charm onto Seraphine. She has flash still though. Kimbo with a good slow. Actually, he might look to go in on this. Okay. There's not enough follow-up there. Actually, Ari might stay around a little too long, and that's going to be Jakimbo going in, and that should be over to Diadem for another elimination. We'll find two in this fight. A fight that looked very much in favor. Uh-oh, there's vision there. You gonna not... Yeah, that's questionable back in that bush. Yovana might be in a bit of trouble here. Get the root to land. Will be rooted by Jin. Diadem gets Yovana out of there, but that was rough. Cassidon should know better than staying in that bush to back, handing over another elimination. They realistically got out of there with a pretty clean fight. About a 400 gold lead onto the side of NIU. Jax in the top lane having some trouble farming. Going to be a bit of a gank here. We know Ari does not have ultimate or flash. Should be another kill onto Cassidon. Going to be ult pop by Kale. Will still get stunned. Jax, I think, just needs to back up and walk away here. They did have a trade of ultimates and got on top. Neither has flash. Actually, Cassidon and Zac coming up through river, and I don't know if Kale can get away from Jax or Zac with the ability to jump. We'll stop at the bush, and they know this. Kale needed to keep walking to get out of there. Not going to be anywhere you can go. Sweet Tea will get the stun up, and Jakimbo will get the finish. And that should be Grubs over to Valpo. Garner in the top side, but I don't think he can contest this with the amount of people that for Valpo. Drake is still up as well. They have vision on that, so they know that Valpo is definitely not on the dragon. Ari walking upwards here. Good E out of Misfortune. We'll actually catch both. But Skarner, Ari might look to fight this. Skarner will grab Cassidon, but I don't think they can do anything. Yeah, Jack's going to land on top, not able to grab Ari, but going to be able to zone her out. And Skarner's getting pretty low. Ult comes in out of Super Bear, though. Great grab there from Skarner, and we're bouncing back and forth here as two fights are happening at the same time. The mid laner is going to go their separate ways, and it will be a trade of jugglers, so no objectives going either direction yet. Actually, one grub did go over to Valpo, and they've taken the gold lead here. Still questioning the Misfortune support pick. I don't know how it's going to work, especially in team fight scenario. Jax, he's kind of like in that top side, so let's see, it just needs to try to farm under tower. About all you can do. Done. We'll pop the ultimate as well. Gonna look to go on this. Kale does have flash, but doesn't use it. Guess maybe the amount of damage there caught her off guard. This will be a knock-up for Super Bear. We'll be able to pull both in. Super Bear finds the first. Misfortune flashes away, also popped heal, and will get out, but that should be the Drake over to Valpo. Skarner's getting the last two grubs at the moment, which Valpo doesn't have any vision on. Jax did not go check. Cassidon, TP out of Kale, back to the top lane. Jax does not have it to match. Having the crab. Actually not going to go Drake. Both bot laners back here. Now they have vision. So Grubs over to Cassidon goes in. Skarner here. Gonna look, but get the knockup. Kimbo does have ult, but doesn't have a flash to really get out of this. I'm not sure he can do enough damage, yeah, on the 1v2. Kassadin pick was the right one. Maybe it was just, hey, dominated so hard in game 1, can I play Kassadin for fun? Skarner a little ahead of the rest of his team here. Pretty tragic for NIU if they get found out. Yovana will use the ultimate to stop that, but that's going to be a 3-man grab out of Skarner. At least Yovana will fall on the Seraphine. Down goes the Senna as well, but the cleanup crews here for Valpo. Jin falls, Misfortune should be next. And I don't think Skarner's going to have enough HP to come in for this drag. And Ari still solid health-wise. Jakimbo and Super Bear chasing. Going to get both to back. It should be able to get a free take here. They will take the blue buff on their way out as well. Both top laners still just duking it out up there. Ult ready for Kale as well as Flash. Ult ready for Jax. Not going to have Flash though. Kale will flash under tower here. Possibly not ready. Actually, that's insane. Jax is going to find the elimination there. Jump back in and ulted for that little bit of shielding and what Kale was doing. AFK at the beginning there when they flashed under tower. Solo kill over to Jax. Some plates here for the Valpo bot lane. Need to be careful though. Skarner is in the area and Misfortune and Ari. I think they're in trouble here. Good slow, but the root's gonna land. Yovana just needs to cut her losses and hang them out to dry. Doesn't have flash, doesn't have heal. Just gonna try and do damage here. That's gonna be both bot laners down. We've got a pretty even game here. Kassadin getting some alone time on this tower. Drake should go over to NIU. First one of the game in front. Oh, this bot lane tower is also getting taken.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Kassadin gonna get some damage here. Ari does have ultimate, will pop it, also has flash. So Kassadin needs to be careful about an ult, a flash, and an E. Have flash himself. Zach will just choose to some of the top side camps away from Skarner. He had a gank or an invade as well. They did have vision in that pixel brush. Zach, so they know he went in, so these are not going to put him ahead. Very careful, that cone just went off and someone is in their jungle. Crab, there's only Misfortune here at the moment. He does have already, but support, not sure. Zach now in the area, so NIU will back out. Sweet Tea though, looking for a bit of a solo kill. Not gonna have to jump in here. We'll take a tower shot, needs to be careful. So does Kale. Kale has ultimate. Yeah, and it'll get popped here. This is probably a solo kill, I would assume. I don't think he'll be able to finish it. Actually, wow, did he level up there? Or what happened? I don't know. Jax is in vision here. They should be ready for this. But apparently they're not. They will pull together the Jin and the Misfortune. And Jin is very, very low. Ari, though, here, as well as the Skarner. Skarner does have ult. Could look to grab one. Probably will. Oh, could possibly get both. No, we'll only get one. Diadem needs to just let go and get Super Bear alive and make it only a one elimination ordeal there. Valpo in the lead gold-wise. TP back to top lane for Kale. Diadem's going to die under tower here, I think. Super Bear's here. Flash out of Ari, though, so Super Bear's not going to be able to chase down either. Kassadin and Skarner having a bit of a 1v1. I don't know. Super Bear gets charmed. Might be able to finish this, though. Yeah, Ari's not going to have any help out of Misfortune. There's just no support abilities there. Cassidon will pop it. This is a 2v1. I don't think Skarner's going to be able to do it. Should be enough damage. Actually, we'll be able to get away. Jhin ultimate pop, but Flash, or the ultimate actually. Flash and ult out of Cassidon. He's going to walk around this plants. Super Bear's going to jump in. Jhin will find Cassidon, I think. Well, oh, that's unfortunate. So, this has just been a bit of a brawl. Valpo, though, taking that first tower in the top wave. Pausing for a restroom. That's legal. Hey, you know what? Oh my gosh, did pausing it there just crash our game? Actually just made our game stop. Something with League of Legends. Something. It's come back to us for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but then pausing it for a restroom break. Messed with it a little bit there. Valpo does have about a 2,000 gold lead here. Outline getting dove. You open up. Walks back and then flashes, and the E misses, so they do get the R out of Ari, as well as the TP. Great play, and Jakimbo's here cleaning up. Not going to be able to find Misfortune. Actually gets popped. Wow, this fight turns in favor of NIU because Valpo cannot find the kill onto Misfortune. So we'll get the root to land, but the root in return lands for NIU, and that little trade able to go in on Kale. 2-level lead, but he's not alone. Will flash, gets the ult pop though, gets suppressed here, and that's going to be rough. Gets a flash popped as well, just can't catch up though. The Skarner coming out of walls just is, there's not enough vision, I guess. They don't seem to prepared that it's a possibility. They're trading back and forth here. Now someone else for the side of NIU is here. Need to be careful. It is a Misfortune, so she's not doing the most damage. A little more damage. A lot of towers probably going to fall for NIU. Is going to be really large at the moment. I think Cassidon just finds this elimination on Kale. The E out of Ari doesn't land, but I think he gets the ult popped out. Misfortune, and we'll find a second. I'm not sure he can keep fighting this and win, unfortunately, but we'll take a 2-for-1 trade out of Jakimbo any day of the week. That should be the bot tech tier 1 as well. Drake is up at the moment, the Mountain Soul. Mountain Drake. Skarner and Zach both in the area. Ari around as well as Jax. Valpo definitely has the numbers advantage. They have taken this. It being stolen. Yeah, now Skarner's alone in the pit. The Jhin ultimate gets popped. So does Ari ult, or Ari Seraphine ult. Ari's E lands. I don't know if there's enough damage here though. Super Bear's ultimate gets popped. If he can grab one and grab something else, it won't happen. We'll just jump in. We'll find Ari. That's kind of been the playmaker for NIU. Sweet Tea is going to have to back out. We'll get outranged by Kale here. Some very low players out of NIU escape again. Mainly the Misfortune. Valpo just going to need to lock down on her and finish those out because she is just escaping in the skin of her teeth every time. Still a lead though for Valpo. At the moment, we'll take a look at gold in bank and gold spent. Senna sitting on about 1,000 at the moment. Definitely a lead for Jhin at the moment. Funny enough, Cassidon is at 10 eliminations now. Does have a lead over Ari, who's kind of been putting in the work for IU Huskies. Break 2 each. Fair that Skarner can come through the walls to gank. Maybe a little faster than the traditional to see. So Kimbo going in solo will have to ult to get out of there. Have ultimate, so if he could potentially catch up back in there, clearing out Otacon vision. Valpo though. Harold is up at the moment as well. Top laners, top side. Kind of out of the fight. Both do have TP up and ready though. They will look to dive onto Ahri. Will get a grab, but the root's gonna come in. And this has just been what's happened on a repeat. So gotten onto Ahri and then the root has come in out of Jhin. Bitch, with all 3 tier 1s down out of the side of NIU, I think that's the right decision to make. Just maintain your waves here at the moment. Clear out the vision around the Otacon. Skarner both backing. I'm not sure how much damage cast. Probably duo on the way. Definitely not here yet. Not sure that cone got enough vision to see that they had started it, but they should now know that Skarner is here. Be prepared for it. He does have ultimate. Yeah, actually, Super Bear is going to get grabbed off of that, and he's just going to kind of get tossed back and forth. Has ultimate available and will pop it. Kimbo does find the misfortune, so that ultimate won't be ready to go as well as the heal. Need to get onto Jhin. He's weak. They will find him. Ahri, though, still up, doing a lot of damage. 3 down out of NIU. Just Skarner and Ahri left with Jax and Senna remaining for Valpo. Definitely outranges. It's just Ahri. Will flash and then all in. Aren't ready, but Jax does have flash and stun. That'll be a finish there for Jax. So Valpo will find all 5 for 4. Not much he could do. Can't really take the Otacon. Harold on the other side of the map, so just gonna look to push that wave out and back. Dragon's up in 30 seconds, so probably see another fight here, actually. We'll see Super Bear probably clear out his bot side jungle here as Valpo gains a vision. Actually doing that right now. Fight mid lane a little sooner. Super Bear not able to land on anything, but he out of Ahri, need to be very careful. W's not going to land on anything. Saved all through that fight. Charm will land, and the Misfortune ult's going to do a lot of damage here. Yovana very, very weak, but be found as well as Sweet Tea. Everyone else on Valpo is safe and able to get out, but I don't think they can fight this onto anything here, and that's going to be IU. Jakimbo, though, actually going in fully alone, will go gold. I don't think he can do anything out of this. As Kassadin. Actually, we'll find one. Super Bear's here, full HP, but he's just going to get popped by Jhin. Super Bear needs to just look to get out. Will get rooted. Just not going to be able to get out, so that's going to be 2 for 1 there. Not a favorable trade, and not able to delay the, delayed the Drake, but not able to prevent it, unfortunately. And that's probably going to be Otacon as well, with Super Bear not up for the next 30 seconds. Jax is alive, but I don't think he can do anything here, too. this. So that fight did just hand over Drake and Otacon. Definitely not great for Valpo. Uh, Jax though gonna get some time alone in the top lane, which is Jax very fast at clearing that out. Kale makes her way up there into the top lane, but Jack's gonna be able to throw this one kind of towards the tower. Everyone's going back to farming here. No objectives. I mean, the Baron's up, but not really start this. Vision Crab gonna be grabbed by Valpo. Clear out anything that would be in the area. There is none at the moment for NI. They will find out that Jakimbo is in the bot lane. Jax needs to be careful. He's not caught out. We'll stop in the bush. This charm's gonna go huge out of Ari. Yeah, he'll be dead before Super Bear can get in there. Super Bear's not gonna be able to grab anyone else. This might just be 2 players out of Valpo that died for no reason. We'll have that Super Blast Cone, but we'll just die. Yeah, some interesting decision making there. Give up the Baron here for this tower, and I don't know if they can stop Ari. Actually, Ari misses the full combo here. If they can get the root to land, they will. They will pop the double ult and find Ari and get that shutdown goal. Fortunately, the elimination went to Seraphine and not to the ADC. And Kassadin, though, doing some crazy work in this bot lane, will be able to get out of there as well. Also have Flash. Baron buff, though, for NIU, so Valpo gonna have to just kind of maintain all 3 waves in all 3 lanes here. Not really able to without trading his own life. Jax in the area to jump, but I don't think there's enough damage here, especially with out of Valpo without Jakimbo being able to get into that back line, take out the others. Without Jax being able to stun them up, but Super Bear will jump in and he will get stunned, and then he's gonna get rooted, and then he's gonna get ulted. See this on repeat. Jakimbo's here though, will go golden after going over the wall. Super Bear's gonna fall. We'll have the respawn though. Not sure it's going to be able to come back up now. We'll have the ultimate coming out. Ari will get the charm. Will get rooted though. It should fall. So Jakimbo's going to be wailed on here with the ultimate out of Jin. Just not able to get out of range. And NIU is wailing down on this mid lane here. 4 players, excuse me, still up on their side. Look at this. Skarner is just tanking this. Skarner should fall though. Oh no, Kale ult. Flash out of Jin forward. Out Senna. It's just Sweet Tea alone here. Can get onto any of them and put in some work. Has Flash, has ultimate. It's just about getting onto somebody that isn't Kale basically. But once he gets onto somebody, it's probably over for him. He's actually just gonna fall here. Outranged by Kale. The ult on Seraphine does miss. Jax has 4th shot available. Take out Super Bear, and that's going to be game 2, going over to NIU. The draft out of Valpo. Definitely interesting to say the least. I'm not sure it was set up for success there, especially with Misfortune being the port. I mean, that should be a game you're taking. Unfortunately, I don't think there was anything to pair with Kassadin there. Even with the stats we saw, just not enough damage, unfortunately, for Valpo. So we'll see in draft number 3, see if they choose the same roster or if the Law comes back into the top lane. side Valpo wants to choose as well. Since they did lose that matchup, they Wabi back in tops. They get to choose the side as well that they'd like to play on if they want to be side or red side for this draft. Like to see definitely a much more traditional comp out of them. Hopefully this time, so have a better game because that was definitely not the Valpo you're used to seeing on stream. They definitely usually a little more coordinated, and they'll go red side for game number 3 here. Have to swap our graphic, of course. Now, for the draft to start for game number 3. Remember, any champions that have been played already cannot be played again. Draft for League of Legends. So let's see. I can get no Seraphine, no Senna, no Zac, no Cassidon, no Jax, no Jin, no Misfortune, no Skarner, no Ari, no Kale, no Lulu, no Wukong, no Zeri, no Zerath, no Dr. Mundo, no Jarvan, no Tristana, no Nami, no Cho'Gath, and no Rek'Sai in this third game here. Huh. Uh, Draft website broke for a moment. So none of those are going to be available. I expect to see the same exact bans probably for both teams. I want to see Jakimbo on a much more traditional mid laner than the Cassidon. Lock in something you're used to seeing. We're just waiting. We're going to cut to a short little break here until they start their draft up, and then we'll get back into the action with the draft for game number series tied 1-1. We're into the draft here, and we see NIU on the blue side, the left of your screen now, and Valpo on the red. Gonna start off identical with Talia banned, and then Ashe banned, Syndra, probably Varus again, I would assume. Yep. Then, Aura. Is that Twitch? Twitch is what's been getting banned by NIU. We'll see if they continue that streak they've had going. Yep, Twitch banned, and then Poppy out of Valpo. Yep. All right. So now NIU gets first pick here in game number 3, and they'll actually go Brand, which like will be support. Just from what we've been seeing. We'll see the first pick support again for Valpo. They're going to give Milio over to Yovana. And then, oh no, they just hadn't locked in Milio. Okay. I was like, I thought they chose Milio. I was like, why is the second one not popped up yet? But possibly the ADC to line up with it here. As Valpo to pick Yunara, so they will pick the ADC to go with it. Is getting hovered on the side of NIU. They will lock that in, so maybe was good with Lucian. I feel like they've already picked Brand as their support, though. Yeah, we're gonna see a jungler come out of out of NIU and Vi. I mean, unless they're putting this somewhere random again. They will lock in the Vi. Viego going to be locked in for Super Bear. We've seen this band a lot actually throughout the season, and we haven't seen him get to play any games here. So apparently most teams think that Viego is going to be Super Bear's champ in the jungle. That's usually like the first banned character. We'll see Vayne banned away by Valpo. Let's see, is it going to be Aurora again? Because the mid and top are what remains for Valpo's choice. Yeah, we'll see Aurora banned again. Then the final ban is going to be Malphite. And then Kled. Yep, so some more ban, nothing, out of the ordinary. Some more bans we've been accustomed to here for this series. Top and mid still to be chosen, I would assume, for both teams. I guess Brand could be jungle. I doubt it with Vi being chosen. Cassante going to be your top laner for Valpo in game number 3. I like that blind. They're going to pop the Ambessa right away. I mean, I'd say that makes sense. And then they're going to pick Orianna. So let's see. Can we get an Azir? Can we get a Jakimbo Azir, please? Not sure where that falls in his list of champions he prefers to play, but it would be awesome to see him pull off some cool Azir tech. I'm trying to look. They send their tier list of what characters they like to play. Trying to find the most recent one here. Maybe a Hui. He likes some Mel. Ari is banned away. He enjoys Vel'Koz. Actually, Azir's not even on his list, so it is going to be Hui, which is in his top tier of characters he enjoys playing and feels comfortable with playing. So this will be your matchup here for game number 3. Winner takes all here. With Valpo Esports versus the NIU Huskies. NECC. Valpo needs to win this one to make it into the playoffs. If they lose any games from here on out, I think they have 2 left. They do not make it in. I believe NIU is ready. They typed ready game and then FIAR, which I don't think is a word. So I'm not sure what that means. We just waiting for Valpo to ready up here. But the Law is coming back into the top lane. We'll actually take a look here at the roster. It's going to be the Law in the top lane, Super Bear in the jungle, Jakimbo mid lane, Diadem ADC, and Yovana support. The traditional roster you've grown accustomed to seeing. Sweet Tea gets some games in here and there. But the Law back in for game number 3 to hopefully help Valpo close out this series. We are going to cut to break, and we will join you when game number 3 is in full swing, and it's getting started. You won't miss anything, but we'll be back as we get through all this waiting time that we have with our beautiful game, League of Legends. So don't go anywhere. are back here, and there's some fights happening very early. The Law taking Mbessa down pretty low. Still all summoners up and available. Super Bear going to walk him off here and get the back. Orianna kind of moving upward, but I'm not sure there's much they can do. So bot lane out of Alpo as well. Kind of getting surprised down there. It is going to be Brand in the jungle. Or not in the jungle, apologies. As support. Who did drop Ignite already, so the only summoner actually used there. The Law hiding in the bush, waiting to get on Ambessa, but a million dash champions, you know, new Riot champions. That's how they are. That's how they create them. I don't know if we've seen Hui this year out of Jakimbo either. That'll be interesting to see. Seen a lot of Yunara out of Diadem, especially when the champ came out and when it was legal to play finally, because I think there was possibly a short period there where it wasn't. But 1-1 here in games. In game number 3, winner takes the series. Wade doing a good job of chunking out Orianna. Down a little bit in CS though. Cassante though with a solid lead in the top lane. Lucian Brand with a little bit of a lead down here in the bot lane. Good kick of the ball by Milio. And I guess Wei probably just has more range. Vi's here though. Vi has no flash. Won't be able to go in on Hui. Hui's actually just going to walk Vi off and do as much damage as possible. Need to be careful though. Vi's still in the area. I know Hui has flash up and ready, but the health bar is a little lacking. The Law trying to prevent Ambessa from getting that cannon. Not going to be able to do so. Ambessa does go back in. The Law just needs to be careful. He doesn't teeter the line into taking a tower shot. That's when those early trades get a little bit rough. Diego here in the area will get the flash stun and elimination onto Orianna. Maybe this is why it gets banned in all the matches we see besides this one. We've seen the Viego pretty much be like the first ban every single time, and I was always questioning, why, he plays such a good Jax, or oh my gosh, how many times am I gonna say that? He plays such a good Zac, but we always see the Viego banned, and maybe I was thinking patented Zac, but maybe it's patented Viego. More trades back and forth here in the top lane. CS pretty even across the board everywhere. Actually, Viego has a massive lead CS-wise and has the assist. I didn't realize the elimination actually ended up going over to Wei, which is probably in your best interest. Get a Jakimbo an early lead here is going to be great. Gank, though, coming out of Vi. Viego's in the area, so going to be able to help with any kind of tower dive potential. As this is a pretty solid-sized wave, but I mean, Cassante is doing just fine. Viego's here. Will actually push them under tower, and Bessa will flash away, but surely one's going to fall. I think it's going to be Vi. Vi has flash up. Viego does not, so maybe they won't be able to catch up. No, they won't be able to, but they're going to get Cassante some free time in the top lane here, because Mbessa is 100% going to have to back. Good combo there out of Hui. First Drake is up. That always reminds me. Turn on the timers for everyone watching. It's going to be Kimtech. Mbessa TPing back in onto Cassante. Cassante doesn't have TP at the moment, but does have flash. The bot lane matchup, not too crazy one way or the other. We'll take a look at gold here. Oh, actually, it is kind of crazy for Lucian. He's spent more already and just has more. I didn't realize they'd gotten that out of hand since the last time we looked. So he definitely has a lead. Valpo gonna have to play a little more cautious here. The law hasn't backed yet. It's level 6 though before Ambessa. I'm not sure what there's gonna be potential wise here. Will actually just go in. Has flash ready still. Will get the ult out of Ambessa and it's not gonna do anything. Will flash away. Just trades back and forth. I think Kasate should still have ult here. No one's really in the area. I mean, probably going to be cautious of that way in a bit of a 2v1, but I don't think either player on the side of NIU could do anything. Viego there with the stun as well. Vi going to knock it out. And the tower's going to actually take out Ambessa. Oh, did the law fall to Ambessa? Yeah, it did. And not actually going to get the elimination off of the tower there. I thought it still would have counted. Viego, though, gonna start the Drake, it appears. Maybe the Crab, I'm not sure. Yeah, on the Drake. And gonna be able to do that because Vi did have to back, so. Bot duo here as well, and definitely not really that worried. Vi has Smite ready. Gonna look to go over the wall, and Valpo will slay the Drake. Smite on Vi did not go off. There definitely was a window there. They're just going to look to pull out of this. Try to hopefully keep that vision. I don't think they're going to be able to, unfortunately. But Orianna and Hui just going back and forth at it in the mid lane. Hui getting the best of Orianna at the moment. And Bessa, a little in and out maneuver. Hui might have the finish here now. Doesn't have ult ready. Not going to go in for it. Probably wise to back up. Not sure where Vi is at the moment. But Void Grubs are up, so there is an objective. This topside priority is going to be huge. Vi is in the bot side. Not sure if Valpo would have connected those dots after the Drake fight. That Vi's probably not went topside yet. Actually, maybe looking through for a gank here. In the bot lane, just kind of sitting there at the moment. I was thinking maybe walk down into the bushes. Yeah, that appears to be what's going to happen. And hopefully catch out Yunara and Milia, Diadem, and Yovana. Stepping up a little too far, but I don't think they're going to go in. I would be surprised. They're just going to sit here and wait. They don't have anyone in the area to help bail them out. No one, Kasante has TP, I guess. But they're doing the smart thing and letting the wave come to them and just wasting all of Vi's time. Vi's now committed to backing. And some more fights here. The law pretty low. The Ambessa ult will land. But Kasante able to push away. Still has ult, and there's Vi's going in. I'm not sure what she'll be able to find. Not going to find one. Had to take 2 tower shots and still wasted all this tempo. Viego's here to bail out the Kasante. Ambessa is just stuck and nowhere to go. Not going to be able to get out of this one, I don't think. Surely not, right? One more auto should do it, yeah. And that should be the Grubs as well over to Valpo because, you know, Vi was down there in that bot lane. They're doing a lot of work on this tower, so getting that plate money. But, yeah, an elimination and Grubs over to Valpo for a little bit of a tower. I think that's a trade they're willing to take. I mean, Wei is now really starting to cook onto Orianna. I mean, he is in the zone right now. Looking to protect their jungler, who is on the Grubs, but I don't really know if anyone on NIU can challenge the Hui at the moment. Orianna has ult, but can you even get in range to do it? And are you going to survive long enough for it to matter? Could possibly combo it with the Vi ult, but Hui does have flash to get back here under the tower. Here comes the Vi ultimate. Someone's going to have to die for this. Yeah, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, and Valpo's going to be able to get a plate possibly down here. Looking to just secure that plate and get out. Yeah. TP coming in, though. This is going to be rough for Valpo. I'm not sure how they're going to get out of this. They're going to have to just look to fight somewhere. Possibly get out. Someone's just going to need to try to get out with their lives. I'm not sure Milio's going to be able to do so. And Bessa able to dodge over, but the Ignite comes out and Flash allows Milio to escape and continue running. And Bessa's going to look to chase, but definitely not going to be able to catch up. That probably is the tier 1 down for Valpo, though. Jakimbo finds a solo kill onto Oriana, who's under tower. And Besso needs to be careful. Viego is pretty online at the moment, does have first item. And Hui is going to start walking over here. I don't think this is as safe as NIU is probably imagining that it is, because Milio's not even going to look to back. Ultimates are up for Yunara, and Milio's just came back online. Milio also has heal. In they go. That's a great slow. One to Super Bear, another to Diadem. It appears Oriana is going to have ult ready here. Might be able to pop it, and Viego's going to be able to get out. And they're going to push this in and kind of hand this bot lane back to their bot lane duo. They just need to be careful and keep their range on Mbessa. Mbessa actually a bit of a rough position. Vi's having to farm the top lane, and it's probably just not going well into the actual top laner, Cassante. Next Drake up in 13 seconds as well, and you know Vi is somewhere top side. So that one might just go over to Super Bear. Actually, clearing out vision might look to hang around for a bit of a gank. Brand is back. Lucian is in the mid area. Cassante, though, just keeps throwing this under. You know Vi is topside. You know there's not going to be any kind of contest jungle-wise onto this dragon, so I think you can just collapse onto it, in all honesty, and collapse onto these players. Yeah, I think this will do it for the tower, and then as long as he takes this tower, he can then start to turn the fight on the Vi, who's all alone. And here goes Super Bear onto one. They're going to look to dive onto Hui, and they're going to pop 2 ultimates to make that happen, just to get 1 elimination. That's a pretty big investment. I mean, you do get it, but I think the Law, not able to finish it on Vi, but yeah, Viego unfortunately now trying to protect the mid wave, or the mid tower. Oriana, though, standing really near that. Brand's going to take a tower shot, so no dragon for anyone. Even though Vi has been topside for the last 2 minutes here. See turret plating go down. No tower yet has fallen for Valpo. They're hanging on by a thread down there in the bot lane. Tier 1 top is gone. Cassante TPing back in to keep his tower alive here. Actually just looking to run down the Mbessa. Has Viego kind of in the area. Mbessa will ult. It's really not going to do much. Will get stunned by Cassante. There we go. Fight's happening. I think this will survive long enough for Viego to possibly get involved. Doesn't have flash. We'll get the slow out of the Law. Flash comes in, but there's no tower to protect. Mbessa just has to keep trying to run. Smite comes down on, and they will finish and clean it up. Super Bear, or not Super Bear, the Law with an elimination to continue Valpo's lead, about 2,500 gold, and NIU is actually taking the Drake now, so they will get that second Drake. Not the end of the world for Valpo. Going to be Ocean Soul, or Ocean Drake. So you can see ping there. Rift Herald in 25 seconds. Cassante, though, shoving that top tower. NIU is going to need to do a much better job at managing the wave state here. Because even if they can fight and win these fights, if the Law is just allowed to continue to have his way in the top lane and not be met, and especially if he's being met by the jungler, then it's going to be really hard to get objectives. You're gonna Super Bear's gonna get into your jungle and start taking that over. Hui sitting in the bush here waiting for Oriana. I think that's a great play. Will land some of the combo. Ult does miss though. And Oriana does have ult. Level disadvantage though. Not sure gonna be able to make anything work there, even if the ult lands. The Law caught out here. Doesn't have flash. We'll push both under tower though, and they're gonna look to stay under tower and keep fighting. This thing's gonna get revved up. Vi will be able to flash out, but I mean, the Law just doing a great job. Oh my gosh, that thing is still pumping out damage. The Law all alone up here. No one has TP. Jakimbo does, but probably not an opportunity to TP up there and help. So that tier 1 in the top side should go down, but they dumped a lot of stuff trying to get onto that. They had to waste a flash out of Vi to get out of tower range because it was going to kill, and a whole bunch of stuff. Now Orianna TPing back to the bot lane, but I think this is tier 1 gone. Oh no, never mind. Not with Lucian. Lucian ulting like that onto the wave. That will clear it out. So a fight possibly for the Rift Herald here. Both teams have vision into the pit. Brand clearing out that last bit. That ball unfortunately does not land to kick him away and buy some more time. Diadem looking to clear out the mid wave, get a little bit of prio. But they're just backing up when Super Bear's in the area wisely, because he is very fed jungle-wise in comparison to the other jungler of Vi, who only has 79 CS. Is 0-2 compared to the 126 on Viego with 2 eliminations and 3 assists. It will land a little bit of poke onto Cassante here, but Valpo has started the Herald, and I don't know if there's really a way in. For Illinois Wesley, they do not have Orianna ult. Yeah, so probably needed that to get a little pull for some engage, but the Herald will go over to Valpo, which is awesome. Good stun out of Super Bear. Gonna allow Wade to land some damage. No ult though. He's probably looking to throw this Herald mid, yeah, already, and get that first charge down. Viego will jump in. This should be the tower. I'm not sure if he'll curve it around maybe and look towards the second. No, they will not. Drake up in 2 minutes, so probably looking to run down here, gain some vision, maybe take that bot tier 1 as well. Crab on the way out. Mbessa and Cassante both top side, playing their lanes respectively. It actually looks like Mbessa's taking the Krugs. Sorry, Viego. But next fight will be in about 1:30, I'd assume. Gonna try to fight over this Drake. First team to 2, or to their second. Brand gonna be what's sent to go after that bot wave. Yeah, no, that's just going to be lost to the tower. Orianna should not be able to find it. They will spot Brand as well, who's looking to clear out this vision that Valpo has all over the bot side right now. Way doing some massive damage. Does land the ultimate onto Brand. Will flash, but oh, it doesn't finish the job, but get the flash out of somebody. That's great. Get your ult timer reticking here for the 45 while the dragon spawns. It might possibly come back up here as we get close to this next fight. Gonna go in on Cassante. Not sure it's gonna do anything. Diadem will fall first though. Down goes Vi. And Lucian ult has been popped. He is going to go the opposite direction of the rest of his team. Viego, though, in onto Orianna, and Orianna's getting so low, not going to be able to fall, though. This might be a fight that turns in NIU's favor. Mbessa will fall to Hwei, so that will make it 2 for 2 at the moment. Orianna very low. Cassante about a little under half. Diadem, though, already back up, so no jungler for either side. I'm not sure that even with Vi coming back that NIU can start this. Vi is just very, very weak compared to pretty much everyone in the lobby. I mean, that was good out of Jakimbo to get some more damage there onto the Brand. They're going to see Hwei and Milio back in. Kind of giving up the area. Vi is farming the red buff at the moment, and actually just blast cone into the pit, but Valpo has vision in there. They also have vision here, which will get cleared out, but they have vision on the dragon. Cassante does have TP to get involved with this fight, but they might be trading this for Otacon. Yeah, it looks like Viego's just started up the Otacon here. They're gonna leave Way to kind of sit here in the mid wave and defend this, because they know when the dragon does get started. Yeah, they're moving on to that dragon. That wave maybe you can see that the Otacon got started. So trading second Drake to NIU for the Otacon. Gonna have Ambessa kind of trapped here. I'm not sure if Wei can collapse on this and they find a free elimination. We'll get the pull in. Not going to waste the ultimate. We'll actually save the crab and take that. But multiple players from NIU in this bush over here. Oriana and looks like Vi. Maybe try to dive on somebody or use the ultimate. Good out of Jakimbo. Oh, they had vision in that bush. Good out of him to not get caught and get Vi ulted. The ADC out of NIU is not in the area for this next fight. So maybe not as much damage as they're going to be hoping for. They're already just going to back up and move towards Cassante. Cassante backing up. Seems to be decently aware that someone could be coming. It's going to be Ambessa. I don't know if there's enough here to 2v1 the Cassante without him getting out. Ultimate won't land. They are on. Ultimate out of Lucian burned as well. So that's 2 ultimates for a flash. And down goes that bot tier 1. Those 3 players are topside out of NIU. Just going to be wave management really at the moment for Valpo that's winning in this game. Viego is in the area, but don't really think there's a play on to Oriana. So nothing coming up for the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds, neutral objective-wise. Ambessa, though, with a bit of a flank here, Valpo needs to be very careful. They are super overextended. Viego, though, able to push Vi away. And Ambessa won't look to go over the wall or anything. Also didn't have all. It would have just been flashing in as Ambessa. So all 5 players in the mid lane area here. Cassante looking to go manage that top wave. And Hui kind of hovering towards the bot side, but not going to go in. They're just looking to keep this top wave protected, let Cassante do his thing, get more gold, push that wave out, and start to work on that tier 2. Because in all honesty, at the moment, I just don't think Vi is much use past the ultimate. They will steal the blue buff away, but Viego is behind now. They need to be very careful of that. Jakimbo goes golden. Ambessa gets very low, will be the first to fall. Diadem gets out of the way, is very low still though. They find Lucian though, and that's a 2-for-0 trade. Baron up in a minute 20, and Viego kind of looking to see if he can find anyone. Gonna stop at the crab, and I think NIU is out. Oriana will stay in the mid lane area. Find one actually onto Diadem, backing out in the open. They use flash for that one, so 2 for 1, I guess, at the end of the day. Even though that was a little delayed. Hui needs to be careful to not fall for the same fate. TP coming in. And it'll stop the back for the moment, but not really going to do much. Hui gets out scot-free. Doesn't have to use any summoners or anything. TP, though, gone on Ambessa. Drake up in a minute 15. TP out of Jakimbo, so maybe they're looking to fight this here. Ambessa at about half health. No ultimate up yet for Hui. No ultimate actually for anyone on the side of Valpo. Everything up now. As Brand's ultimate comes up for NIU. Only summoners not up are Oriana Flash, Ambessa TP, and Vi Flash. No flash on Cassante, Yunara, or Hui out of Valpo. But they are gaining some good vision over this bot side here. Nothing directly over the Dragon Pit wall, which we kind of hope for. You're seeing that Ambessa is backing now, so Viego gonna make his way into the jungle. Maybe set up a bit of a trap play here. Now I think his vision, or his position, just got seen. Will try to steal the chickens there, which is crazy. Baron is up. Drake in 15 seconds. As Valpo is looking to collapse here. Viego down near the buff. NIU kind of has That top of the thing. Oh, they get the flash out of Brand, but they will not land the stun. So, got a summoner before the fight has really started. And in goes Super Bear. They land the stun this time. And Vi pops ult, not really going to be able to do anything. And that's the jungler down. You don't have to continue fighting if you are Valpo. You can turn onto this dragon. They don't have smite. Even if they try to step up at this point, you will win the smite fight onto the objective. You also know Brand does not have flash. Going to be an easy target to get on. The Law just running some interference. Has a 2-level lead. That Cloud Drake is already down, and NIU is going to have to look to turn and run. No one wants to get caught. The Baron is up as well. Vi not up for another 8 seconds. I'm not sure Valpo can turn onto this in time without them getting there. Yunara, though, will do a lot of damage, but they're just going to opt to back, which I think is the right play. I just don't think there was enough damage there with the amount of time remaining. And pretty much everything alt-wise up on the side of NIU for it to matter. Still waiting for Flash to come up on Diadem and Jakimbo as well. So pinging that Vi is alive, so aware that some kind of play could be made onto the Baron. I don't think it will be. But they do have vision control on the side of NIU of that area, sort of. Not the top side of it, but the mid side. They had some. Valpo's kind of matched it now up to this point. We just went back to farming. They're actually collapsing onto Cassante. The ult popped out of Ambessa, but it's not going to land. I don't know if the Law can get out of this one. We'll use Flash to keep walking. Just going to look to keep moving forward and try to push some of these NIU players under the tower. This thing's going to get revved up real huge here. And I don't know if they're going to be able to escape with their lives. Super Bear in the area will go massive on someone. So is Diadem. Pops ultimate, looking to just run them down. Clears out the wave. No one on the other side. Hui having free reign over this tower with just Brand to attempt to stop it. We'll take a couple of tower shots there. Actually might get solo killed. Yeah, a bit of an overstay. Needed to either commit to hitting that tower or something. Or back off and not try to take it. Gonna lose tier 1 mid as well. Valpo needs to be careful. They do have a 4K gold lead, but with the Baron up and you don't have your top laner and you don't have your mid laner, they're actually gonna start it. And Cassante TPing in. This will be a 4v5. No flash out of the jungler or the top laner for Valpo, so you have to be careful. I don't know if they're going to look to give this or not. Orianna is up for a bit of a delay if needed, or if Valpo gets kind of centralized. They will pop it onto the bot lane duo, who are getting kind of run down by Ambessa at the moment. The Law not able to run enough of a distraction, and he's just left alone now and should eventually fall, as well as Diadem fell earlier there. And that should be Baron, I think, for, well, actually, I don't know. Hui is here with ultimate. We'll be able to kind of push them away. Vi gonna ult in and get ulted themselves. Unfortunately, the gold gonna have to get popped. Super Bear's here though. Might be able to turn this. Turns it into Vi. Finds Ambessa. Gonna be able to turn into Ambessa now and finds the third. Looking to chase it down. Got 3 at the moment on Lucian. Will possibly find the 4th. That's a quadra, but Brand makes it out. We almost saw the pentakill out of Super Bear coming in and turning that fight. I thought it was looking rough for Valpo, but they're able to turn that with Hui coming back. Just enough damage and the ability to go golden. And kind of make that Vi ultimate a little useless. And that'll be Baron over to Valpo here. And everyone's still responding basically for the side of NIU. It's taken a while to get this Baron down. Not as much damage without your ADC there, but he'll come in here and clean that up for us. And Brand looking to stop backs maybe or something. Sante there though to run some interference, get Hui and Viego out safely. The next Drake's up in 30 seconds, and we see Milio on the map already clearing that vision. Jovina doing a fantastic job of that in this series, getting Valpo that initial vision, trying to clear out anything that NIU may have. This Drake comes up, and it looks like they're gonna go into the jungle initially and maybe try to fight it. Casante onto Ambessa, not gonna be able to get anything to land, or really stick, I guess is a better word. But no flash on anyone but Brand for NIU, so this is gonna be a rough fight for them. If anyone gets on top of anyone. Oriana does have ult and is in the bush. Will be behind them possibly, along with Vi. They do get onto Milio right away. Milio might fall. No, not gonna fall. Vi gets slowed there by the Yunara, will go down, and the Drake is ready. So did Viego though. Viego overchased into the opposite direction, not really with anyone. Hui will find Lucian, so that's 2 for 1 at the moment in favor of Valpo. That Drake is theirs if they look to take it. Actually appears that they're going to just take this tier 2 in the mid wave. Oh. Caster minions aren't up there yet. They're tanking tower shots. So Oriana will probably find a kill here, yeah. To Jovina, unfortunately. But could still have Baron buff for everyone. Casante pushing in that bot wave, gonna back out. Either jungler up for about 10 seconds, so no dragon gonna be taken yet. 2-2 in terms of dragons for both teams. Here in game number 3, Valpo though with about a 6k gold lead over NIU. I think it'll be huge that even if they do fight this, they need to make sure that not everybody dies. Or whoever still has Baron buff somewhat survives, because that's a very crucial tool. And Bessa is top side, so they do have a numbers advantage here with Milio coming in. TP ready though. So, could join the fight very, very fast. And Valpo is going to start it here. Do have a lot of shred onto this dragon with the Yunara, and yeah, NIU is just not going to be able to get through Casante. Will land the Q. It's unstoppable. Backs out though, wisely. Lucian ult is popped, and so is the Vi ultimate. But Super Bear is just keeping the Ambessa away. Casante will fall first. Ultimate pop by Yunara. Need to start shooting maybe a squishier target at the moment. Down goes 2. There goes the third, or no wait, that's the second. The third hasn't fallen yet. There's the third. Double kill out Diadem. They know the TP's coming, not able to stop it, but Lucian and Oriana both super low, just looking to back, and Valpo just going to run this wave through the bot lane here, hopefully. And push it in. Jakimbo probably going to go mid to try and push that away, as it's a 2v1 for the bot lane duo out of Valpo here in this lane. Actually, still going to stay here and push Oriana back, and I think they should be able to take this tower. Not too many issues. Lucian going to look to try and clear. Jakimbo actually just going to finish off Oriana. That puts him at 8-3 in this match, you know. See, I wanted to see him play a little bit more of a traditional character at this point in time. Jovina's back, actually going to get stopped. Jakimbo, though, going to be able to get Jovina out of there with no issues. They will see that Jovina is in this bush, but I don't think anyone's really going to be able to do anything. Casante back in the top lane, push that wave out. Next Baron's up in a minute 35. No one really has any vision at all over this topside river. But Brand needs to be careful he doesn't get cut out by Viego there. He's going to look to do anything. Casante and Ambessa going to be back to dueling in the top lane. It's just like how this game started. Both teams kind of posturing for the possibility of a Baron fight. If NIU loses that fight, I definitely don't think there's a way in to this game for them. but Valpo kind of dominates the vision over this topside jungle, the river. They will blast cone over, which is crazy. They're going to hand over this vision crap to Valpo. They will be able to clear out any vision that NIU had. Just kind of stall and let Jakimbo get here. The next 45 seconds, the Baron will come up. Viego gets on the Vi very, very low. Did not use Flash to do that either, which is great for us. Ambessa and Cassante just going at it here. No one's really gaining an advantage. Diadem, though, with the slow. A little slow circle here, and Ambessa is just going to get juggled. Will fall there. As we actually see Super Bear solo kill, or maybe not solo, but get the kill onto the Orianna, and this should be the Baron over to Valpo. And I think that probably will spell the end of this game for NIU. It'll be very hard for them to keep up with these waves getting pushed. Are they actually looking to steal with Vi? So the director cam, of course, is going to be on Yovana getting ulted by Lucian. Lucian will fall. Vi is into the pit. Could be a smite off now. Vi will fall to Super Bear. He just needs to make sure he secures this Baron. Yeah, there we go. Down go all but Brand, and Brand is soon to follow here to Super Bear. Yep, Orianna will respawn, but 3 players are going to have the Baron buff for Valpo. It'll be hard because they could go 3 different lanes here and kind of run this one in. Super Bear does still need to be careful. But they're going to definitely take this tower with the cannon up and running. Ambessa's not going to be able to do anything to Cassante, and these superpowered minions will hurt if they get on you. Orianna looking to flank a little bit, does have ultimate. This could go big. Actually, Cassante said, no thank you. I don't believe in your magic. And they will find Ambessa here as well. Yeah, Jakimbo gets his 10th on the game. Vi has respawned, but just going to be really hard here. Drake coming up in 20 seconds. Valpo going to look to get their 4th. Just gets rougher and rougher for Northern Illinois. Excuse me. Gold lead at about 11,000 in favor of Valpo. And Super Bear finds another. Brand gets popped. And might find Vi as well. That's a double. This is Super Bear's game. I see why they banned the Viego. He's 12-3 with 10 assists. I mean, he's going to find a... No, he's not going to find a 3rd. We'll tank the tower. But Jakimbo will clean it up for him. A little bit of a dynamic duo in these 2 games here. And that should be it. Game number 3. Going to go much like game 1. They're actually diving onto the Orianna with the flash. Snark. Not able to do anything. Gonna just have to back out as Ambessa. The ult does miss. And that will be game 3. Going back to Valpo. Sub back in the law. Had a little bit more of a normal composition for what we're used to seeing. And it goes in our favor. Who would have guessed? But that's going to be it for us here in the booth. Valpo takes that one 2-1, not 3, in game number 3, which keeps their playoff hopes for the NECC alive. They have to win out from here on, I believe, looking at the math, to make it into that top 4 for playoffs, which is definitely very doable. So that's it for us. We'll be back here tomorrow, 6:30, with some Smash Bros. Last game of the NECC regular season for them, so make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss it. But that's been all. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.